Minister Ndawala, welcome to MBC TV. And first, we are interested to know about yourself. When people speak of Boniface Ndawala, who is he?
Thank you very much. So like you rightly said, my name is Boniface Ndawala. Born and bred Malawian. I'm a son in a family of three, the only son. And grew up in Malawi. I'm a chartered accountant by profession. Yeah, I went to Kamzo Academy after that. I studied accountancy. I qualified in '99. And that's when just before that, I actually started my career. I hail from Balaka, Tien Sambala there, Zalimu village. That's me.
All right. Now, tell us about your career.
My career started, like I said, I was at Kamzo Academy. I graduated there in '94. Started accountancy 94, late '94. I became a chartered accountant in 1999. Before that, I had joined Deloitte in 1997. I was given a chance by Mr. Nkondola Uka, who was then staff partner, later on managing partner with Deloitte. I started, I worked there for 3 years, left, joined Automotive Products for a couple of years, and then joined Celtel, which is now Airtel, in 2001. I worked for Celtel in various capacities in Malawi until they said, okay, I needed to prove myself elsewhere. I'd reached a position of acting finance director. They said, okay, let's see how you can do. So I was posted to Madagascar in 2006. I worked there for 1.5 years. We were onboarding a new operation, a new country. Zain had just bought, it was Zain then, after Celtel had sold off their shares, or the company to Zain. So I onboarded the operation. It was not easy, French speaking. First operation for me outside of Malawi, so out of my comfort zone. I did that for a couple of years, 1.5 years, and then after that, I got a promotion to become a regional financial controller for East Africa for Zain, based in Nairobi, but responsible for Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, and Madagascar. So I was, doing quite a lot of travels into the region. After that, I stayed there for a couple of years. Then I was moved to go to West Africa. In Ghana, responsible for Ghana and Sierra Leone, as the regional head of accounting and financial systems. After about 9.5 years at the Celtel Zain Group in 2009, I was headhunted by a company in South Africa called Celc. So I moved down to South Africa, where I joined Celc as executive head of finance. I did 3.5 years there, after which I was again headhunted by a company called Globacom in Nigeria, popularly known as Glo. So I moved to Lagos, Nigeria. Glo is a group of companies, and I was a executive head of finance for the group. So it was covering Nigeria, Ghana, and Benin. I did just over a year there before I was headhunted again by Zain, having sold off all their operations in Africa except Sudan. When Sudan split, there was a need for another operator in South Sudan. So I went to South Sudan. I stayed in South Sudan for 3.5 years and survived 2 civil wars, after which I left. I had a short stint in Tanzania with a company called Frontier Agri Solutions and Training, then moved back to South Africa, where I'd been based with a company called Seamless Distribution Systems. Now, Seamless Distribution Systems was basically a company that was in the solutions business. So basically, the core objective was digitizing value, i.e., if you want, at the time, we're doing physical scratch cards, we're digitizing that into a digital. Or money transactions, we're digitizing that into mobile money, etc. And then after that, I decided, okay, I've had enough of going around. Let me start up something of my own. So I set up, I founded Malcel, went on to apply for a license and was granted a license. And now we're in the process of trying to roll out. So that's basically my career.
Mm-hmm. Now, you have worked in East Africa, West Africa, and Southern Africa. Why, of all these places, did you decide to come back and apply for a mobile license here in Malawi and not anywhere else?
It's a very good question. I mean, I get that all the time, everywhere. Yeah. For me, it's twofold. Number one, it's, I'm a patriot, so Malawi is home. Yeah. I'm always in Malawi. Before it was, maybe every 3 to 4 months, I was coming. Now it's virtually every other month or every month, because obviously I have a business. I mean, I've been based in South Africa for a long time, but this is home. Yeah. So that's first. Second, there's a market here. Yeah. People may not realize it, but there's a very good market. There's, the opportunity that is there, some people come in and say, no, 2 operators for Malawi is enough. No, they don't understand the industry, the way that we do. Yeah, those of us in the industry understand that there's still a lot of opportunity to be exploited in Malawi.
Mm-hmm. Now, from what I hear, you run a successful business in South Africa, right? And are comfortable there. Why come back to Malawi despite all these economic challenges?
Again, another good question. Apart from, again, being a patriot, that this is my country, this is home, this is where my mother is and my siblings, relatives, and so on. There's a good market, yeah? So where other people see challenges, we see solutions, yeah? We see opportunity. Why do I say that? I'm looking at the potential that it has got. When you look at digital solutions in other countries and you compare with what is in Malawi, you see that there's a huge gap, yeah? And that's there for us to fill, yeah? So we're coming in and we're seeing a very good market and we're going to go into that market. There's enough, enough market for everyone.
Do you really believe there is potential in the Malawi market?
Yes, I do. And I will not talk vaguely now. I'm going to go into specifics. Yeah. Malawi is 22.5 million strong. Yeah. The size of Malawi, or the population of Malawi, is actually slightly more than the population of Zambia. Zambia is probably 4 or 5 times as big as Malawi. Yeah. But we have only 2 operators. Yeah, there's access, but quite small, So we believe that 22.5 million, if you look at mobile penetration, if you talk to Macra, they will tell you probably it's about 60 to 65%, yeah, mobile penetration. That is the number of people that have got mobile phones. But you and I, if we talk, if we were to check, I've got 2 SIM cards, yeah, probably more. So we're counting people twice. This is what we call in mobile telecoms, multi-simming. People have multi-simmers. Why? For different reasons. Maybe this one is for office, this one is for the house, or maybe this one, maybe in one place there's not a good connection on Airtel, so they prefer TNM, a whole host. For us, when you discount the fact of the multi-simmers, we look at it as, below 50%. As a matter of fact, it's between 40 and 45%. That's real penetration. What does it mean? It means there's still 55% penetration that we still to go to get to 100%. The idea is we have to cover everyone. That's one. Second, if you look at internet penetration, yeah, that is the number of people that have got access to the internet, yeah. It's about, the last time I saw Macra publish something, it was 27%. It's probably around 30, 35%, yeah. Either of those, even if it were 40%, there's still a good 60, 65% to go, yeah. So, you know, if we're gonna go digital, everybody has to have access to internet services, yeah? That's what's gonna bring in true digitization. That's second. Third, we have registered a company called Mcash, yeah? This one is not gonna be your normal mobile money, cash in, cash out, no. For us, we're looking at bringing digital solutions with this Mcash. Yeah? So, in South Africa, I'm able to use my smartphone to do pretty much anything, yeah? Call for a cab, buy food online, buy groceries, or indeed do medical consultation, etc., yeah? So we would like to bring the same to Malawi. You know, if you want groceries from ShopRite, we don't want you to have to go to ShopRite. We want ShopRite to bring that stuff to you. We will thereby create a business, another new business of people. Instead of these cabazas picking up people and dropping them left, right, and center, they're going to go in the courier business. That's basically how it should be. So when you look at that and you look at the penetration of mobile money or, you know, financial inclusion, which is either you have a bank account or you have a mobile wallet, we're looking at something below 40%, maybe 35%. If you look at as part of the population, as a percentage of the population, we're not looking at adults like some have described it. Because now, kids as young as 10 years old have got either a bank account or indeed a mobile wallet. That's third. Number four, and most importantly, this is a Gen Z economy. Why do I say that? The median age for Malawi is 17. Now let that sink in. Yeah? 17, and for us what we're saying is that we need to come in and we need to be able to address the needs of this 17 median age. Yeah? Yeah, the majority of these are still very young. If we find the right niche for these guys, they will carry us for the next 40 to 50 years. It's not for me and you. No, it's for them. They are the ones that are going to be running this economy for the next 30 to 40 years. So if we find the right solutions for those guys, then I think would have made an impact in Malawi. So that's, you know, to go in more detail, just to explain to you what we're talking about when we say there is market. That's the market that we're looking at.
Mm-hmm. So why hasn't any other local organization joined as Malcel shareholders?
Now that's a very good question. Yeah? I think you should go and ask them why they haven't. But, you know, I mean, we have seen, we've pitched to each and every organization that potentially has funds to invest for their shareholders because, yes, it's a dollar-denominated business. The majority of the expenditure is on equipment and software, which comes from outside. But there's a good 20 to 30% that is required locally, i.e., you know, office buildings, you know, buying stuff locally, you know, paying taxes to MRA, and et cetera, et cetera. We have spoken to virtually everybody who has money in this economy. But, you know, I mean, something struck me a few weeks ago when I saw Tom Pinganjira talk about how he wanted to start his FDH bank. He came through and he said, you know what? First I approached Press, and Press, they said, you're too small. Then I went to Old Mutual. They told me, no, not interested. It took somebody from outside to believe in him, to say he can actually do it. Pretty much the same thing. I mean, we've been talking to local guys. They didn't believe in us. We found shareholders elsewhere. Yeah, and these guys, were in the process of finalizing everything. That's basically just how things are. Yeah.
Okay, so what new things are you bringing in this endeavor?
So, like I said, for us, we want to help the government bring in the digital economy. Now, you talk digital economy. How does that help? If we go digital, yeah, it will be very easy for MRA to capture people that are running away from paying taxes. Yeah, I'm a patriot. I want to make sure that everybody pays their fair share. But secondly, when we say digital, we mean solutions. I just explained some of them to say, you have old ladies that, are going from Chileka, yeah, to go to ShopRite to buy stuff. They have to jump on a minibus to go into Blantyre and then from there to ShopRite. I would like to be able to give them a solution on the phone, yeah, where they can go in and buy stuff like we do in South Africa and in other economies, yeah. We are going to accelerate digitization and solutions. So Mcash is not just going to be a mobile money cash in, cash out. It's going to be what we call fintech, financial technology, where pretty much anything. You want to buy an air ticket, you want to pay school fees, you want to pay taxes, you want to buy groceries, you want to buy food, you want a taxi, etc., etc. Yeah, that's for us. It's no longer about, back in the day when I was at Southel in 2000, 2001, we used to say network is king, yeah? Now that slogan has changed because we can have network everywhere, but, the experience is not very good. For us, we're going to focus on customer experience. So now we're changing that slogan and saying quality network is king, yeah? So it has to be quality network. That we bring in, network that actually works, solutions that actually impact the communities. Yeah, that's the legacy that would like Malcel to bring or to leave on the Malawi market.
Mm-hmm. And how is it going for Malcel? When are we going to see you doing a commercial launch?
It's a very good question. By the way, you might be surprised. We actually have a network in Lilongwe. Yeah. One of the things that is required by the Communications Act is that, in order to keep maintaining a license, you have to do what we call first call. Yeah? We had until the end of October last year, 2024, in order to do first call. We did that on the 11th of October, 2024, and we had Macra witness that call. We have maintained that network in Lilongwe. Now you might ask why we're not buying SIM cards. No, it's not. It is a technical network that we have. Yeah. Now we need to roll out to the rest of the country, replicating what we have done in that network in Lilongwe. Yeah. So we're in the process of finalizing investment. We have had a lot of naysayers that say, "Oh no, Malawi is a problematic market," and so on. And we respectfully tell them, if you don't see opportunity in Malawi, it's not for you. Leave it. Other people will come in. Yeah, and that's basically what we've been doing. And we have ended up finding people that think like us. Yeah. So we're in the process of finalizing the investment. There's a couple of challenges, of course, yeah, that come in. Yeah, and then of course we had a change of government. That slowed us a bit down, not because they don't believe in the new government, but investors want clarity. What is the new government bringing in, and so on and so forth. We have assured them that it's business as usual, and that this government is going to support, investment into this particular sector because it's going to impact the population and it will help them to grow the GDP for this country. So, look, stand by. Soon, we have a technical network now. Soon you will hear us making noise, and then soon you're gonna see Malcel SIM cards, or indeed eSIMs, as we're going into a technology era of eSIMs coming into the market and people signing up for Malcel. So stand by. We are on the way. There are challenges that we're meeting, and the challenges that we're trying to address. It's not easy, and it's not for the faint-hearted. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. This is tough stuff, but we didn't get this far to give up, so we're not giving up. We are absolutely coming in. We are definitely gonna get this done. That much I can assure.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so in conclusion, what does the future outlook look like for Malcel and for Malawians, for Malawi, in your view?
In my view, the future for Malcel looks good. We think we'll come in, will be a good player, a digital player, quality network, 5G in areas where people can actually afford 5G devices. We're going to bring in lots of technologies and lots of new industries. So like I talked about the Kabanza guys just carrying people. I mean, we're gonna give them a lucrative delivery business. On top of that, I see Malcel, competing fairly with the other two competitors. And we're going to push each other. At the end of the day, the most important thing is customer experience. The customers have got to see value in what they're paying for, and this we believe will be able to bring into the market. For Malawi, I see where other people see challenges and the problems, I see opportunity. We haven't yet exploited this economy to the full potential. There's a mining now coming up, and lots of digital services now coming up. What it will do is, like I said, it will increase the number of transactions that MRA can now see and say, you know what, so and so is not paying tax. Now we can find them. Why? Because we're pushing people to digital. We're trying to get away from cash. Cash, that's where people put money in boots and all that. No, we don't want that. We want cash, and it should be on your mobile devices. Are we going to get banks coming to us for customers? That's, it's happened in Kenya, it's happened in Ghana, elsewhere. Because for us, we're looking at going for about 5 million subscribers in the next 3.5 years. And a lot of those, because of the services we're going to bring, are going to be high-end users. That's a source of clientele for banks. And, for Malawi, for me, the future is bright. I'm not just doing this because I'm a patriot. I believe in this market. I believe there's a lot of potential, a lot of unexploited potential, a lot of solutions that are not yet here. And life is going to become easier. And we're going to contribute meaningfully to the GDP of this country going to the future.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
All right.
Thank you.